Well, I wasn't expecting that, YouTube. I'll tell you that for a fact. But first, drop this video a like for me. And if you can hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. Also, I am proudly sponsored by Luke Roper. So if you do want to get yourself any clothing, please do check out Luke's website. Link is down in the description below. Luke1977.com. Woolf20 for 20% off your whole order, including sale items. YouTube, Villa fans, let's have a little conversation, right? Now, if any of you watched my match preview, you will know that I wasn't expecting us to win this game. We never, ever, ever beat West Ham. Ever. They are like our bogey team. Them and Wolves, we just don't beat them. But Unai Emery, he doesn't do bogey teams, does he? Remember his first game as Villa manager? Goes and beats Man United for the first time at Villa Park in about 30 years. That's what Unai Emery does. He just does that. He doesn't care about records. He breaks records. We need to have a serious conversation here, YouTube, right? And I genuinely mean this. I'm going to whisper it quietly. Are we in contention for Champions League football? Let me know in the comment section, because remember, I do reply to every single comment and I do love to have an engaging conversation with you in that. And by the way, this video is being uploaded late on Sunday night because I literally just got back from Villa Park and I don't live close to Villa. Like a 2-hour drive, so hence the late upload. Are we in contention for the top 4? Like, genuinely, I think the more and more I watch us, right, and of course I watch every single game of Aston Villa, what Unai Emery has done to us, I've never seen anything like it. These players were written off under Steven Gerrard, by me, by everyone. Every Villa fan saying Conser's not good enough, McGinn's not good enough, Watkins isn't good enough, Tyrone Mings isn't good enough, although he's injured at the minute, Douglas Luiz isn't good enough, Kamara, still a good player, Matty Cash not good enough, Luca Dean not good enough, Martinez, world class to be fair, no one was slating him, but these players, Leon Bailey not good enough, these players we have written off. I don't know how Unai Emery just is hands down by a country mile here, an absolute country mile, is the best manager I've ever seen at Aston Villa Football Club, ever in my life. I mean, I'm only 27, so I haven't really seen that many good managers who probably had the worst 10, 15 years in Villa Park, Aston Villa's history, right? But I've just never seen anything like it. Anyway, let's go through it in chronological order. The team news come out, and it was actually, there was one change that I thought he would have made. I didn't think Zaniolo would have started. I thought he was going to start Leon Bailey because Unai Emery really does like Leon Bailey. And in the games at home at Villa Park, Unai Emery picks Leon Bailey, and he does. So when the team news come out, I was surprised, but I like Zaniolo. I think Zaniolo is good. And I have to admit, Zaniolo for me, especially in the first half, I thought he faded a little bit in the second half. And I think the change to bring Leon Bailey on and stuff like that instead of Zaniolo, I think really did actually help, actually. But I thought Zaniolo in that first half was absolutely fucking brilliant. He kept picking up that space in that left-hand channel, you know, like in that left-sided number 10 role that we play with, like the two narrow 10s in terms of two CDMs, so Kamara and Luiz, and then McGinn and Zaniolo just in front on the left and the right. He kept picking up positions there, and he was just unbelievable. I know he had a bit of a... He then did fade a lot in the second half, and he did. Maybe that's a fitness issue and stuff like that, I don't know. But he was borderline unplayable in that first half. He had Kufal on absolute toast. West Ham played how I expected West Ham to play. You know, they didn't part the bus as such, but they played deep, looking to counter-attack. And one thing I did notice, and let me know if you agree with this, by the way, YouTube. The guy that I sit next to in my season ticket seat as well, we both said this, that to stop the counter-attack of Bowen, because of course Bowen is their main attacking outlet on that right-hand side, we actually flipped it a little bit, and Matty Cash was the player that was bombing forward, with Luca Dean kind of like sitting. I noticed it straight away in like the first 5 minutes. Zaniolo picked up the ball, and of course Luca Dean would normally be making that run on the overlap, but he didn't. And for Luca Dean to have done that, that must have been a clear instruction from Unai Emery to not go forward as the left back because of the threat that Bowen possesses on transition on that right hand side. And I have to admit, it worked to a treat. I think in the first 5 to 10 minutes, West Ham were okay. They settled into the game a lot quicker than we did. But then that period between minute 10 and minute 40, we were unbelievable. Watkins missed an absolute sitter. We just couldn't score, did we? Is it Areola, the West Ham keeper? It is, isn't it? He pulled off an absolute worldy save from Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz, the ball came across to him. Douglas Luiz set it. And it was almost like a free kick. He then just bent it into the top corner. And it was top bins. It couldn't have got any more top bins than that shot that Douglas Luiz did. And Areola somehow, he just plucked it out of the thin air. I don't know how he did it. Fair play to the West Ham goalkeeper there. Brilliant save. But then the first goal came and it was fully deserved. Like I said, Watkins had a real miss sitter. He did, bless him. Diaby played a lovely ball into him onto the 6-yard box. Watkins took a touch. And I think he almost borderline scuffed the shot. I'm going to watch the game back tomorrow morning. I think he actually did scuff the shot, hence why it's probably gone past the post, right? Rather than not going in. But then, once we got the first goal, I think we kind of took our foot off the gas a little bit. Then West Ham really did not come strong, but West Ham had a little bit more in that last 5 minutes of the first half. So it ended 1-0 at half time. Second half, kicks off, bam, we're on it. Straight away. We were so good. We then get the second goal. It looked, I haven't seen any of the replays back yet or anything yet, YouTube, but it looked a Stonewall penalty from where I sit in the upper Doug Ellis. I think it was Conser, right? Conser nicked the ball, and I don't know who cleaned him out, but it looked a Stonewall penalty. And the fact that VAR didn't overturn it, I'm guessing it was a Stonewall penalty, right? Douglas Luiz, cool as you like, the coolest man in Villa Park, tucked it sweetly. The penalty spot from 12 yards down the middle. And then all of a sudden, the game changed, didn't it? Like, excuse me. I think Bowen picked up the ball on the right-hand side, cut him. And I think because West Ham were playing that bad, I think he just thought, fuck it, I'm going to shoot. He took a shot, and it took was it off Pau Torres, YouTube? Let me know in the comment section. It took the meanest deflection off Pau Torres, and it just trickled into the back of the net, and you're like, oh, no. And then West Ham... Although, thinking about it, they didn't actually have many chances. It was all set pieces, but West Ham really piled on the pressure, didn't they? There was like a 10-minute spell there when Bowen scored that I was like, this game is going one way and it's in West Ham. Because regardless of what West Ham were doing, we fell apart a little bit. We just could not keep the ball. The amount of times we gave the ball away in that 10-minute spell was ridiculous. And then Unai Emery made a good substitution, which was to bring Tielemans on, trying to keep hold of the ball a little bit more. But then McGinn picked up the ball, played a lovely ball over the top to Ollie Watkins. And he did. Watkins is really good at this, by the way, actually. Excuse me. Sorry, chat. I'm so dumb. So I'm so tired. Watkins is really good at this, by the way. I remember him scoring a goal like this on the other end of the pitch against Arsenal. He picks up the ball in that left-hand channel, and he does one step over and gives himself half a yard on his left foot, which is, of course, his weaker foot. And my God, he absolutely blasts it into the top corner. Oh, what a finish. And my God. And by the way, Douglas Luiz scored too. Hear me out with this. I don't actually think Douglas Luiz played that well today. He kept giving the ball away a lot in the middle of the pitch, but he scored 2 goals, so I'm not going to complain, right? And then the fourth goal. I actually missed the fourth goal. I went for a wee. And yeah, because I thought I was bursting. I was trying to hold it in till the end of the game. I went for a wee, so I haven't even seen Leon Bailey's goal. Literally, I've not even seen it, so I don't even know what happened. But let's have a conversation here, YouTube, right? I want to talk to you. Are we challengers for the Champions League? Because hear me out. The more and more I watch of us, right, we are just a really good team, aren't we? Like, Unai Emery, it's got to the point now where the form is so long. Like, it's literally since he's took over, which is nearly a year ago now. Look, our form since he's took over is top 4, top 3 form. This isn't a new manager bounce of 10, 15, not even 15 games, because at 15 games, that isn't a new manager bounce. I think a new manager bounce lasts for about 10 games, give or take. This isn't a new manager. This is a fundamental, well-drilled, well-coached team that we've got. And we are doing this as well without arguably, I think, our 2 most important players. And it's not Tyrone Mings, actually. I don't think Mings, because of the signing of Pau Torres, I don't actually think we've missed Mings as much as what we would have done pre-Pau Torres, right? I think Pau Torres is an unbelievable player. I think Jacob Ramsey and Alex Moreno are 2 of our most important players. I really do. The fact that we are doing this at the start of this season without them 2 players, and Buendia, I think Buendia would have played a lot of football as well this season as well. I just can't. I can't get my head around how good Unai Emery is. I really can't. He is just. He's some manager, isn't he? He really, really, really is. Fair play to him. And I really hope that we can really pursue this wave of positivity that we're on. Like, we've won 11 Premier League games in a row at Villa Park. What? This is Man City level. We're talking. Like, this doesn't happen to us at Aston Villa. Not in the last 10, 20 years anyway. This doesn't happen. What Unai Emery is doing, and I've just got total faith. I don't care if we have to sell a player in the summer for FFP reasons and that. I don't care, because I have so much trust and belief in Unai Emery and Monchi that I just know we'll get it right. I know whoever we bring in, maybe not Tielemans, I just know that we're going to get it right. Like, look at Zaniolo. When we signed Zaniolo on loan, I did say that I think he'll be a cult hero. I just had that feeling. But he was at Galatasaray. No offense to Galatasaray. He's playing in the Turkish league. He's so good, isn't he? Like he provides a different profile to our attackers as well. Like Leon Bailey and Diaby, they're not similar, but they're of the same ilk, aren't they? Type of player. Zaniolo is completely different. He's big. He's physical. He's actually got quite, considering he's done 2 ACLs, he's got quite a good turn of pace, you know. But what a player. But yeah, YouTube, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm going to do a proper video on this probably tomorrow or Tuesday about talking whether I think we can actually finish in the top 4. Because, can I start to believe yet? Can I? I'm still just in that mode where I'm just like, just let the season pan out and see where we finish. But can we? Can we, YouTube? Can we? Drop a like on today's video for me. Please, YouTube, drop a comment down below. And if you can hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love. Up the Villa.